We'll get started with the post-game press conference here. We have Chelby Koker, Lexi Carlsen, head coach Lisa Carlsen. Coach, if you start us off with a statement about today's game.
You know, today was a pretty emotional day, right? When I think about what the senior class has meant to our program, and then throughout the course of the 40 minutes, right, like huge peaks and valleys. Played some good basketball, got ourselves in quite a situation really in the third quarter. But our ability to stay together and to fight every possession, for sure in the fourth quarter and then in both overtimes is, you know, as a coach, you're just super proud of everybody who stepped on the floor. But I think what sticks out the most is our ability to win this one, for sure for the team, but really for the seniors.
Coach, you now sit one game back of the MAC tournament with 2 games to play. I know you have a couple tough opponents coming up, but what's the mentality going into these last 2 games?
You know, our mentality, really, it's March, right? And college basketball, March is a pretty magical month. You know, maybe we start our survive and advance a little bit early, but this group understands what's on the line. They understand the goals that we set at the beginning of the year, and we have made it difficult on ourselves for sure, but this is a huge step in the right direction. I think it's a huge confidence builder. You know, Bowling Green was playing some of the best basketball of anybody in the MAC coming in, so, you know, our ability to stick together and beat a really good Bowling Green team gives us, again, great confidence going forward with the next opportunity that we have on Wednesday.
And then to overcome, I believe it was a 12-point deficit in the fourth quarter. How does that speak of the grit and versatility and toughness of this team?
Yeah, I think, you know, there's been times this year that we've seen that, but not to the degree we saw it today. And again, I keep reflecting back on, you know, it's a senior group that wants to play basketball as long as they can together, right? And I think all of them stepped up in a big way today and gave us the opportunity to, you know, stay alive in the hunt.
Lexi and Chelby, you both played big parts in the fourth quarter. You know, what was working for you fourth quarter and overtime?
Well, I think we were calm and collected. I think it happened in many different ways. It wasn't always the same way that we were able to get it done. And I think just offensively, we were able to make the plays that we needed to, and then thankfully defensively, we got the stops that we were needed to.
Yeah, to go off that, I think talking about the night we had tonight, and like Coach said, it's super emotional, but when you have those 4 seniors in your huddle in the fourth quarter and something that means so much to them, you know, it gives you something to fight for. And in that fourth quarter, we really had something to fight for, and we had our leadership stepped up. You know, you had Shelby, Sid, Stoney, Laura, all their voices in the huddle. There's nothing else you want to fight for.
And then, Lexi, you had a career-high 19 points tonight. You know, you shot the ball well throughout the entire game. What was working for you throughout the whole game?
Yeah, my teammates were finding me when Shelby was able to put 2 on the ball. She found me a lot, and I think that shooting it with confidence is all I can do at this point.
And Shelby, I believe you only shot 1 3-pointer. Was that by design, or were you just not getting any good looks today?
You know, I think they know that they did a good job defensively, trying to take away what people want to do, and I think they had a really good guarding me, and a lot of times, like Lexi said, they were putting 2 on the ball, so I think just being able to find my teammates, and thankfully we were able to hit the shots.
And then, Coach, can you speak about Sydney McRae? She had a couple big shots there late in the game, you know, what she means to this team.
Yeah, we've seen that from Sid a lot, right? You know, and people want to talk about the struggles, maybe the last few games, but you know, that's the Sid that we know and love. The confidence that she came out and played with early really kind of set the tone for us in the first quarter, and then, like you mentioned, hitting some big shots down the stretch, playing significant and a lot of minutes. Again, I think that just speaks to this senior group wanting to play as much basketball as possible for as long as possible.
Yeah, Shelby, can you just kind of walk me through the last play in regulation? McRae misses the 3, but you were able to follow it up with the layup to keep the game going.
Yeah, actually in the timeout I said, with the certain play that we were running, I said, wings, be ready to shoot it, because I knew that they were really going to collapse in the paint. And honestly, I thought Sid had an amazing look, and that was a great shot, and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and then just for any of you, Bowling Green was still able to kind of stick around and make it tough even after you guys were able to come back in regulation and take the lead back in overtime. Just how were you able to kind of come back again and close out the game?
I think experience, like we've been in a lot of close games this year, and we've made mistakes that we wanted back. And, you know, in my head, I was like, we just need to take care of the ball and get the shots that we want to, and we're going to knock them down.
All right, anything else? All right,
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.